Welcome to the podcast, formerly known as Another Podcast. I am Coleman. This is my friend Luke here.
Hello.
Today is a kind of an exciting day.
Yep. It's Richard Nixon's birthday.
Yep. I have no idea who that is.
I have no idea if it's actually his birthday, so I guess we're even.
Okay. And, it's nice to be back after a week of not being here. But to you guys, we were here last week because an episode comes out a week after we record, and we doubled up on episodes 2 weeks ago, so there was one that released last Sunday and this Sunday, even though we didn't actually record last Sunday.
It's called Time Travel.
Yes. But while I was not here last Sunday, Luke was.
Yeah.
I was in the magical place of Disney World and Universal Studios. And, Disney, I went to the Star Wars part of Disney, and I was actually very, kind of disappointed, honestly. As cool as it was, I kind of forgot how much of the sequel stuff that they had there.
Yep.
I mean, it was cool. It was cool walking around and everything, but, they had, 2 characters while I was there the entire time.
Oh, who were the characters?
Well, Chewbacca was there. I didn't see him. My dad did.
Oh.
And I saw the Mandalorian.
Oh, that's right. Well,
And
the Mandalorian is 2 characters in and of himself, because you showed me the picture. He has the little green guy with him.
yeah, it's Grogu.
I was just hoping that the 2 characters were like that stuttery guy from The Last Jedi and Rose from also The Last Jedi, because that's everybody's favorites.
They're like the 2 people nobody thinks about
Yeah.
and cares about.
One of them, I can't even think of what his name is. Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is either.
He might have had one. I guess it doesn't matter.
Anyway, I mean, and then I wanted to see how much the lightsabers were, because you can make your own lightsaber. $200. Yeah, no, I'm not spending...
Only 300?
I'm not spending $300 on it. They used to be only $200, Luke.
Well, yeah.
Price just keeps going up.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah.
Kyber crystals are becoming rare.
Yeah. So I was like, Disney... Everything at Disney is super expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, Universal, it's also expensive, but it's way cheaper than Disney.
Yeah.
Way cheaper. For most stuff. And I preferred Universal more. I got
the dinosaurs.
I didn't actually get to see the dinosaurs.
Oh,
But we weren't there the entire day, so we got to walk around and do stuff, and then we just didn't make our way to the dinosaurs. But I got to see Dr. Seuss Land.
Oh, that would be fun.
So I got to go around Dr. Seuss Land. I bought a giant donut from, their candy shop. That thing was, that big around for, $11.
All right.
That was my lunch. Now, sadly, for the people listening, you did not get to see how big the donut was.
It was this big.
Yeah, it was this big.
Yeah.
So, it was a really big size. It was a really good size donut. But, I mean...
didn't even cook a donut like that all the way through.
I don't know, but they did.
Okay.
It was a good donut. That's for sure.
Great.
But, I mean, I got to ride a Harry Potter ride. I got to go inside Hogwarts. I got to go, walk around. I got to buy a wand from Ollivander's Wand Shop in Diagon Alley.
Which, okay. We need to make an issue about this. He showed me the map of the Diagon Alley region. And there was a glaring problem, which was that Diagon Alley was hardly even vaguely diagonal. It was perfectly perpendicular with Horizont Alley, which I didn't know was a thing. That's kind of neat. And so, I mean, okay, you're looking at me like this isn't even a problem. How can this not be a problem?
Okay, I gotta pull out the map now. So... Yeah,
another thing for you guys to not be able to see.
Yeah, well, bask in the glory of the map you can't see, okay?
Yeah, basket.
So... Oh, wait, no, that's the Ministry, my bad. Anyway, so let's see here. We got Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
Which, I will admit, it is kind of a... It is not...
The slant
slightest,
is so slight.
Yeah. But when you walk in there, you walk in here and like you just walk up that way. So it's like you actually get the entire movie feel. Like, you know how Harry walks in there and they actually had the brick wall that like it opened up. It looks like it's open, so you get to walk in there. And I mean, I didn't know that was called Horizon Alley. I didn't know that's what that was called.
Well, Diagon Alley is more of Verdict Alley. I mean, it's just...
Then there's Nocturne Alley, which is... It was actually really cool, because I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know they had it.
Oh.
And me and my friend Lily were walking, and we were like... I was like, hey, look! A dark alleyway. I just want to go down it, right? And I started going halfway down this, and then realized, are we even supposed to be back here? She's like, are we supposed to be back here? I was like, I don't care. I'm going to keep going anyway. So I just kept walking.
The thing with these kinds of parks and things is,
if
you're not supposed to be there, there's going to be like
normally there's
a rope,
or a sign. So I
went to a ski place yesterday, and it was very obvious where you could and could not go.
Yeah. So I mean, I was like, I don't think we're not supposed to be back here because there's nothing to say. We can't. So it was literally like pitch black.
Cool.
I go in there and I was like, oh my word, it's Nocturne Alley. I didn't even know they had this. And so I just started like nerding out because I was in Nocturne Alley. And we walked into this shop, and it was the shop that Harry was in Chamber of Secrets when he got to Nocturne Alley.
Okay.
And you got to see the hand that grabbed him. It was in a glass case, and the hand was moving. It was actually really cool.
All right, sure.
It was actually a pretty cool shop. And then Nocturne Alley itself, you walk out there, and it's actually really creepy and spooky, and I was scared, and so we left very quickly.
Nice.
Like, you walk down there, and you just get this chill. And then you hear water dripping, and it's, like, moist, and you just get that weird creepy feel, and you feel like the mentors are gonna walk by and, you know, snatch you up.
Preferably, yeah.
Yeah, you just get that creepy feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Diagon Alley and all that was really cool. It was really cool. You got to go into shops and stuff. Then we got to go into Hogsmeade. I loved Hogsmeade, except...
Sounds like a disgusting drink to me.
You want some Hogsmeade?
No, never. I don't care if it tastes like liquid bacon. I don't want it.
It's by the makers of Tasty Chunks.
Yeah.
Sadly, the viewers do not know what that is from.
No, I never will. I'll make sure of it.
Okay, I was about to tell them. But anyway,
Well, anyway, yeah, what about Hogsmeade or whatever?
The only downside is it's 80 degrees in Florida, and there's snow on the roofs. They made it have snow and icicles, which it was a cool look, but, like, it just felt weird because they didn't have it look like snow on the ground or anything. Like, it was just... There was snow on the roofs, and there was icicles, and then it was, like, hot and 80 degrees.
That sounds like wizardy stuff to me.
Yeah.
Just, we need snowy roofs. We don't care about anything else.
I mean, they had the train
The art
parked
is in
there.
the contrast.
They had the train parked there. I got to drink some butterbeer. It was good. It wasn't actual alcohol. It was not alcohol, Luke.
Good. 'Cause
anyway...
Hot dang, that's illegal.
And so the ride, what I mean, like, was when I got into Hogwarts, is it's not like you get to, like, go in there and just walk around.
Okay.
There's a ride inside Hogwarts. And when you first start out, you go into this line, and the line is actually going through Hogwarts. Is your line goes through it, and then you go into the ride. Okay. Well, the line, is all, you know, Hogwartsy themed, and you go in there and you're in the Chamber of Secrets. And you're, like, under Hogwarts. So it's really cool because you're in the chamber. Then you end up in the greenhouse. Then you end up walking through it, and you end up going into Dumbledore's office, the Defense Against the Dark Arts room, which was kind of cool.
Yep. They had a dragon skeleton, you showed me.
Yeah.
Do they ever, for the class, just reanimate that skeleton so the kids know how to defend against, like, reanimated dragon skeletons?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Better find out.
And then I think that was pretty much it. And then you pretty much just get into the ride. And the ride was actually pretty cool. It was like a mix of screen and animatronic. Well, the seat that I was sitting in, there's a dragon in the ride, and you see it on the screen.
Okay.
And suddenly, the seat that I'm in, I didn't realize that my specific seat was gonna be nose to nose with the dragon animatronic.
Oh.
And so, like, we stop, and then this dragon just turns and looks at me. And, like, mind you, it's huge.
Right.
And it's creepy because you're just standing there. And the dragon just, like, opens its mouth and roars and looks like it's about to eat me. I scream, and then we go flying backwards. It's actually really cool. Yeah. And yes, there was Dementors.
Oh, there were.
Yeah, there was Dementor animatronics. It was actually really cool because, like, there was 2 or 3 of them that, like, would come over and you could feel the air coming, like they were sucking your soul. And you hear Harry go...
You wouldn't want to feel that feeling, you know?
Yeah. It was a cool feeling, but felt really weird. It was very cold. And there was, like, one that was sucking your soul, and then you, like, fly backwards, and there's another one, and then you hear Harry yell, "Get away from them!" And, like, he yells Expecto Patronum, and you see a big flash, and you're saved.
And then you blow up, and yeah.
Yeah. So it was a pretty cool ride.
I accidentally shot the Patronum at you instead of the...
Expecto Patronum! Why isn't the Dementor going away? Oh. Sorry, dude. I wasn't trying to kill you.
That could be a Ron thing, like you just accidentally blast Harry and Hermione away with the Patronum. Yeah.
Like in The Prisoner of Azkaban, where the spell was like a shield. You remember that in that part of the movie? Well, he, like, gets out there and yells it, and he points it up, and the Patronus doesn't come out, but the spell works, and it ends up like kind of like a shield bubble type thing, and the Dementors just come in and bounce off of it. Okay. So it's gonna be like that. And so when he goes, "Expecto Patronum," it's just like hits Harry and Hermione and just makes them go flying.
Yeah, bubbles them away. That'd be pretty great.
Yeah. So,
before you get too far off of the alley...
Okay.
I discovered something yesterday. So, you may know, I'm sure you do, about the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Yeah.
As immortalized by Weird Al's song, "The Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota." Apparently, the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota returned the favor and immortalized Weird Al by naming one of the roads adjacent to the giant twine ball Weird Alley. Except for that they spelled alley really wrong, and I don't know what the excuse for that is, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Okay, then.
A bit more Harry Potter trivia for you.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So, how was your week that we didn't have?
Deplorable, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
You got to go skiing.
Deplorable.
You need to tell the skiing story again.
Yeah, I had what I called a 50% yard sale. I wiped out and lost both skis, but I did not lose either one of my poles. I held on to those.
Yeah, Luke's like, "I'm still going.
Like,
I got the sticks."
It wasn't even, the poles tend to come with like a strap that goes around your wrist. I wasn't using that, so I just had a good grip on them.
Well, yeah, you had, while you were tumbling and wiping out, you had to hold on to something,
Right.
Did you get hurt?
Only slightly. I mean, you don't wipe out completely painlessly.
Yeah. I mean, you're not in a full body cast,
no.
And you're not dead, so I mean, you came out alive.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Yep.
So yeah.
Great story.
Yeah. Luke got to wipe out.
Yeah.
Do you have a topic that we're going to talk about?
Yeah, so I realized something, and now I can't remember the supporting argument.
Amazing.
We talked about how, the prequels of Star Wars had to, actually these other things don't sort of have prequels. Well, Lord of the Rings has The Hobbit, whatever.
And that stupid TV show they came out with.
Oh, yeah, the wonderful, wonderful show, Rings
Yeah.
of Power, that I sadly have not viewed. I've only just heard such incredible things.
My mom watched it, and she was like, "It's so amazing!" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not even that big into Lord of the Rings." Like, at that time, I was like, "I'm not even big into Lord of the Rings," and I think I watched one episode and thought it was a piece of crap, so I was like...
Yeah, you're probably right. But anyway, I don't know, we should talk about Rings of Power sometime and how it obviously is like J.R.R. Tolkien's exact
Yeah.
a vision for how the Second Age
They
should
spent like
happen.
a few $1 million on it. That's the only reason why it's like, why it is. Seriously, they spent a few $1 million on it, and that's the only reason why it, like,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It was expensive,
Yeah.
I've heard.
It was expensive, and it's still a piece of crap.
That's how it works. So, ow.
What
I
did
just
you
stabbed
just...
myself terribly. I'm trying to remember. Okay, yeah. So, I don't remember how I came up with this idea, but I arrived at the conclusion that Jar Jar Binks is the prequel version of Han Solo.
Wait a minute, how did you come up with that conclusion?
I don't remember.
You also text...
I think it was mostly... Well, okay, so there's two things, right? Now, Han Solo, they kind of messed up because they gave him Chewbacca. And in order for someone to truly be Solo, in order for someone to be a loner, he should have maybe been alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, you know, Jar Jar was also a loner. You know, he just did
He just
life.
had Padme.
What?
And it had his senator,
They were from the same planet.
Yeah.
That's about where their association kind of ended for the most part. Until, I mean, yes, in episode 2 they worked together. I'm sure they were best of friends.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'm thinking mostly of episode 1.
Wait a minute. Big idea.
What?
This is gonna bring so much drama to the Star Wars world.
Okay.
What if Jar Jar Binks and Padme were cheating on Anakin?
Oh, gosh.
Just think of that.
No, we don't need to think about that. And moving on. So the other thing that made Jar Jar Binks Han Solo, I think that I can remember that I thought of is that they were the skeptics. You know, Han was like, "Kid, I've been from one side of the galaxy to the other, and there's nothing to convince me that there's one all-powerful force controlling everything." Right?
Yeah.
And Jar Jar said, "Oh, Maxi Big, the Force." So there you go. They both had the exact same take on the Force. It's just Jar Jar was a little bit more, like, condensed. He kind of got it all across in one short statement.
Yeah, with Maxi Big the Force.
Yeah. That smells stinkawith, I think he also said.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I can't help but see now, at last, that Jar Jar Binks and Han Solo are essentially the same person. The differences are incredibly superficial.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You also texted me something that we could talk about.
Okay, I don't remember.
It was about what if it took it took the Separatists 80 more years for that thing.
No. You made it about the Clone Wars. I said nothing about the Clone Wars. I just assumed that you were shifting the topic so that it had something to do with anything you knew about. Which I guess is
I
sort
had
of
no idea what you were talking about.
unintentionally.
So.
No, I said, what if it took Starfleet 80 more years to complete the Genesis project?
I read that as the Geonosian project.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you read Starfleet as Separatists, and you read
I'm
Genesis
dyslexic,
as
okay? Words, like, do stuff. So.
Well, no, at least now I understand.
Yeah.
I thought you were just giving me a complete non sequitur.
No, like, I seriously read it as that, so I was like, well, if they didn't have their battle droid making machines, then, like, they wouldn't have as many battle droids to fight the clones. So I was like, the clones would have won anyway.
Yeah. No, okay.
That's what I was coming from.
Very
And then
interesting.
you just went, yes. And so I was like, oh, I guess I was right. and then nothing was ever said about it again.
No.
So,
No, yeah. I was trying to talk about Star Trek.
oh, no, I completely read it wrong. Like,
Yeah.
words jumbled up, and I didn't care. Like, that's just how I read it. And I was like, oh, okay.
You know, I can't help that I still know a lot about Star Trek, and that occasionally a Star Trek-y type thought just pops in there. And I really liked this one, because it was funny to think of Khan, you know, basically having 80 extra years on SETI Alpha 5 to get even more angry about being stuck on SETI Alpha 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he finally gets off the planet because, you know, maybe a Nebula-class starship comes along and they're...
He hitchhikes.
No, I mean, like, he kills people. He does
Oh.
terrible, unspeakable things with, like,
no fun.
bugs that invade your brain.
That's no fun. He just needs to hitchhike and just be like, yo, I need a ride.
I don't think if he was... no. Okay, anyway.
He's just,
So-
no.
the
I broke his brain.
Yeah. Instead of, like, the big problem is he would be more angry. He would be so much more angry to have to spend 80 extra years on that desolate wasteland. But Kirk would already be ancient history, so you have nobody to take it out on. and I mean, of course, like, I guess, you know, for the sake of a cool movie or whatever, he would have to just, you know, pick Kirk's successor to take it out on, and then you would have Khan versus Picard, which is,
You'd
of
just
course,
be like-
what everyone has always wanted to see it happen in Star Trek.
Be like, I can't wait to take all my anger out on Kirk. He gets there. Where is Kirk?
He's been dead for decades. Right. I mean, you know, would Khan actually live 80 more years? I don't know for sure. With him being a genetically enhanced human, I'm thinking that, you know, lifespan would be one of the areas that they would look
Yeah.
into expanding. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. We've talked about Star Trek now. I'm sorry, everyone.
So, I think it's I think they just would have still won the Clone Wars, man. They would have lost the Clone Wars.
No matter what happened
They
with
would've-
Khan,
They would have lost the Clone Wars.
yeah, the Separatists would have lost the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway,
Good thing we established that one.
yeah. Well, I think it's time for our things.
It's time for the things, certainly.
It's Impossible Trivia time! Okay.
Wow.
Well, alright. I got mine.
Okay, I have mine too.
So, who's going first? I pick you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the question, again, is about R2-D2. I believe it was the last time.
Yeah, it was about flying.
So let's revisit Obi-Wan's little hut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he tells one of the greatest fibs of all Star Wars and explains to Luke that Darth Vader betrayed and murdered his father. Now, there was someone else in that room that knew the truth.
There was 3 people actually. C-3PO.
What?
C-3PO.
C-3PO didn't know, because in Episode 3 they talk about having the protocol droid's mind wiped. So
Oh,
he
that's
doesn't
true.
count.
That's true.
C-3PO would have blabbed for sure, but
Yes.
Why did R2 keep the secret? Why did he not say, yo, that's not what happened, dog?
Electrocutes Obi-Wan. Beep, 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 beep.
What? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to bring some story to this boring story, thank you.
It'll be so much more interesting later when he realizes that I've misled him.
See, this is why me and Luke haven't really talked about this on the show, which I'm very shocked about now, thinking about it. We have not talked about why the Jedi are the bad guys in the story.
We haven't talked about that.
No,
yet?
never. We've talked about it in the past, but never on the show.
The Jedi are the bad guys.
Yes, we'll get.
Not that the Sith are the good guys. It's just the Jedi are also the bad guys.
We'll get into that maybe next episode because right now we don't want to. Yeah, we're starting to wrap up. But anyway, what was your question?
Why did R2?
Oh yeah.
Not tell Luke wait. No, this is not right. Your father is Darth Vader.
So, I think maybe because they didn't know that, really he was Darth Vader, they just knew that, he was a Sith Lord.
No, I don't accept that answer.
Okay.
Or wait, you're saying R2 didn't know?
Yeah, R2 didn't know that Darth Vader...
Nobody gave him the memo? Oh my.
That Darth Vader was actually Anakin. I think it was just Anakin knew that or R2 just knew Anakin was either dead or just turned into a bad guy, and that was it.
Okay. Interesting. Here's the thing. I almost No, yeah, okay. I was forming this whole thing in my head, so I was thinking, why would R2 not know? Because obviously right after the big duel, when they were reunited, Obi-Wan would have had to set his hand on R2's little shoulder and be like, R2, I need you to know that dear Anakin turned to the dark side and changed his name to Darth Vader. I presumably just killed him. Although there's a possibility that he survived being burned alive and may appear as a robotic man. But I'm thinking about it, this is the same guy that lied to Luke, so maybe he lied to R2 as well.
See, so I think also...
He's like, R2, this random guy that we never knew about before, named Darth Vader, betrayed and murdered Anakin after I was done fighting him on the river of lava.
I think... see, I would think, maybe, possibly, Obi-Wan thought... If you want me to get into logic, Obi-Wan just thought he was dead and was just he's dead, and that's the end of that. But anyway, we kind of need to keep wrapping up. We're getting close to 30.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My impossible trivia question is, how many cousins does the Hungarian horntail that Harry fought have?
Oh, at least 20.
At least 20?
Sure.
Okay.
Lizards, they hatch in hatches.
Well, not dragons. Dragons only lay one egg, and one baby comes out of that one egg.
Maybe substantially fewer than 20, then?
Yeah, I was thinking more of, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe around there.
I was just picturing, that scene in Jurassic Park where they're finding the eggs of the dinosaurs, and there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. No, dragons are way different than dinosaurs, and that's what you gotta start, thinking about, so...
Okay. I'm
so,
sorry.
yeah, I think it would be a little less than 20, but around there.
Alright.
So, yeah, now we gotta do verses, because we gotta wrap up.
Yeah. Do I go first again?
I'll do my verses.
Okay.
So it's Chewbacca.
Okay.
Versus that white Yeti dude in Rogue One. Who would win?
I think Chewbacca wins that because the white Yeti thing was carrying around a great big backpack, and I think that would just reduce his mobility.
But he also had a big gun.
I mean, Chewbacca has a big gun.
Yeah, but this one was like a machine gun type thing, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I thought it was. Anyway.
No.
Maybe he was just controlling the gun in the U-wing, wasn't it? I think so. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Totally different
Yeah,
creature.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I picked Chewbacca because I think he would be considerably more agile.
Yeah.
And he also has a big gun. You only need one good shot, it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like Han Solo and Greedo.
Yeah. Well, when you're already trying to heft that giant backpack and you gotta pick up your machine gun, like, that's just too much work. Chewie beats him at the quick draw, I'm sure.
Yeah, Chewie just, like, picks up the gun and fires.
Chewie shot first. Okay. That's a pretty good one.
Alright, now it's your
over
turn.
30. What was mine? Should be able to remember. Okay, Yoda's walking stick versus Mad-Eye Moody's walking stick.
Oh. I think I'm gonna have to go with Mad-Eye Moody's,
Okay.
but that's because, his is just, it has a little more range,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh, yeah.
still light enough that you can, like, swing it like a lightsaber,
Alright.
which if you had Yoda's, it would be like a knife. And
Yeah.
you don't bring a knife to a sword fight, man.
I mean, Yoda did duel R2-D2 fiercely with his walking stick.
No!
And,
Mine!
I've heard that if you nibble on it, it has medicinal properties.
Uh-oh.
However, they couldn't have been very great medicinal properties because he still ended up dying in
Yeah.
that one movie that he died in. So
Yeah, I think I would have to say Mad-Eye Moody's.
I think you're probably right. The more I think about it, yeah.
Because Mad-Eye Moody can just jab. You know, with his, you can just jab.
Doesn't it have any magical thingies going for it? Like, surely.
Not really. It's just
Oh.
a big stick. Just like,
Okay.
it's like Yoda's,
Alright.
but...
So, what you're saying is if Gandalf if Mad-Eye Moody pulled a Gandalf and said you wouldn't
You shall not
Depart.
pass! Nothing would happen.
No. You wouldn't part a crippled man from his walking stick. You'd literally, basically mean exactly what he said,
Yeah.
and not be hiding the obvious fact that he was bringing in his magic staff to, like.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah,
Okay,
this was another great episode of the podcast, formerly known as Another Podcast.
so great.
I am Coleman, this is my friend Luke here,
Yep.
and we are signing out.
Bye.